Well, welcome back to another edition of the Borderland Blitz, sponsored by Southwest University. Third week, and we have some surprises. No JC, no Will tonight because our news department needed some help. So we did a trade, 2 news reporters for the one and only Rachel Phillips. Rachel.
Don't know whether it's a good trade or not, but it's a trade nonetheless.
Oh, absolutely. No draft picks were involved. Just straight 2-for-1 deal.
There we go. I'll take it.
We beat the trade deadline on this. So, yeah, starting lineup here, our game of the week, going to take us to a battle of unbeatens, Riverside and Ysleta.
Then we'll head on over to the Lower Valley, Del Valle and Americas, 5A versus 6A. That was a fun one. A lot of offense there.
And then onto the northeast side of town, where it was the Franklin Cougars playing a visit to the 2-0 Andres Eagles.
Let's get to work here, starting off with, I like to call it, the Battle of Alameda. Riverside taking on Ysleta. Both teams entered the night 2-0. It's tonight's game of the week. This one going down at Ysleta High School, home of the Indians. So you see the team introductions there. They brought out the smoke at the Indians.
Free smoke.
The pass right here. Ysleta going to strike first to Andrew Martinez. Ysleta gets on the board first, but Riverside, no sweat for them. They're going to answer right back. Angel Munoz to Jose Guardado.
This guy's a player.
He is a nice grab as he goes down. And then check out this nice play coming up by the Rangers. Ysleta is going to hand it off right here, but Riverside's Rudy Valenzuela says, I will take that. Thank you very much. Like taking candy from a baby right there. Riverside takes the lead at this point. Ysleta going to hand off. They're going to strike back. First, we'll see some of the Riverside dancers. Ysleta trying to get back into it. The handoff right there.
Swing it around the outside.
That was Jose Guardado. Second half, though. Rangers going to hand off to Rudy Valenzuela. Up the gut and right on in.
That was Guardado right there, I think that was.
The Rangers just kept piling it on. You see right here, it was 22-21 just before the half. And another score right there by the Rangers.
Saul Saenz was fired up about this one earlier in the newsroom. He's a Riverside alum.
Angel Munoz, well, there it is again, another run. They were just running away with it. In the second half, Riverside just runs away with this one. Final score in this one, the Rangers remain a perfect 3-0 on the season. 52-27, the final. After the game, we caught up with Riverside's head coach, Gary Recorder.
You know what, we made some adjustments offensively. They were doing some stuff to us defensively that was taking away our run game. Coming into the game, we wanted to establish a run game, and Coach Martinez and his staff over there do a phenomenal job. At the moment, man, I'm just proud to be the head football coach of the Riverside Rangers, and go get them, hey. Lock the gates, baby.
He's fired up there, Coach Recorder there.
Lock the gates.
He has every right to be, for sure.
The battle of the Texas 20 goes in favor of Riverside. I got Saul Saenz in the newsroom earlier around 5:30 p.m. He was asking me about the scouting report there. You're not going to find a bigger Ranger than him. He's one of the biggest proponents out there. Meanwhile, in the Lower Valley, the Americas Trailblazers, they're usually one of the better teams in El Paso, but like the adolescent boys that play for them, the team going through a bit of a transition period. 0-2 to begin the season on the road tonight at Del Valle, where a beautiful tribute to those lost on September 11th was held prior to kickoff. 2 fire trucks hoisting American flags at both end zones. Del Valle, though, wasting no time out of the gate. First play from scrimmage, Jesse Ramos, back shoulder, Eli Molina. A lot of white jerseys around him. Who cares? Little cutback sauce here to create the space, and he's out. Yards after catch. This could be a sweet play nominee, guys. Little house call here. Del Valle takes the lead. They go up 7-0. But Americas back the other way. First play on the ensuing possession. Get back. You don't know me like that. Caesar Drennan, untouched up the middle, gives the lead right back to the Trailblazers. 10-7 in favor of Americas. There's the Firehouse Dog.
Put out the fire there.
That's right, in amongst the townspeople. Then things began to unravel, though, for Americas. Trailing 14-10, and Mark Morris picked off over the middle by Joshua Keogh. Del Valle would score then to make it 21-10. And then Americas on the special teams. Well, this punt, that's not special. And then my favorite is the reaction from Patrick Melton on the sideline of that 12-yard punt right there.
It's been tough for the Trailblazers.
Go see me after class. And then the great field position for the Conquistadores. They hammer it home. This is Ramos wide open to Brendan Tejas. Yeah, Del Valle wins 49-36. They move to 2-0, 3-0 rather. Americas drops to 0-3, guys.
Well, next head to Andrews High School. The Eagles entered the night a perfect 2-0, taking on a Franklin Cougars team still in search of their first win of the season. Let's head to Northeast El Paso. Right here, you see him running out. First quarter kickoff, though, and Franklin, Miles, McWhirter, when we get there, I mean, they were pretty excited getting out there.
It's a big game.
Yeah, massive. But this one, the kickoff, Franklin McWhirter takes it on the 50-yard line and runs it all the way back, to the 50 yards. Quarterback coming Bird then in this play. He keeps it on a 30-yard scamper. Nearly gets all the way there, but just held up. Next play, though. He chunks it out to the wide receiver, Francisco Hernandez, up into the corner, and boom, 0-7. Franklin on the return, though. In this one, Andres is Damien Espinoza. When we get their flags running out, though.
They're shirtless.
This is a sellout crowd out there.
Massive crowd there.
Those are like Nate's peoples there.
That's right. I'm always up there.
But Damien Espinoza roughs it, and Franklin's Rene Delgado recovers it.
The ball's out.
Yeah. You got a loose pigskin there.
Very next play, though, Bird and Diaz. Well, they're going to connect again for another Franklin touchdown. It's a nice duo they've got going, this time making it 0-13 after they missed
13-0.
Missed the extra points. Sounds familiar to Cowboys fans, don't it? But don't fret.
0-13 could be NMSU.
Andres' Malachi Doe will tear one for 60 yards, setting up the Eagles QB Jeremiah Cooper for this next one. It's not just Doe. He's not a deer, he's a doe, Jeremiah Doe.
He's a sweet play of the week winner is what he is.
That one too.
Those cupcakes.
Well, next possession, though, when we get to it, Bird with a 30-yard bomb. You can see 13-7 there, but he goes 30 yards to Bo Sparks. A couple of plays later, though. That one pretty nice. I mean, a long pass, great to get in. A couple of plays later, though, Sparks with a 4-yard TD pass, making it 7-20 Franklin. Andrus.
It's going to answer back.
Yeah, they're going to answer back right here. They got to.
You know those kinds of fade-out shots. It's a David Moreno production if I've ever seen one.
They've got another option, though, to answer back. A 35-yard bomb of their own. Boom. Right in between the sideline. Managed to keep it in there. Several plays later. Elias Duncan hands off to Cooper for a 6-yard run, 20-14 Franklin at the half. The final score of that one, Franklin getting up over Andres 41-21 in a big win. It looked close there in the middle, but they got away with it.
It's a bit of an upset, if you ask me.
But to Franklin's credit, I mean, they played 2 out-of-town opponents that were really tough. So Franklin coming back home and finally getting a win, their first win of the season. Eastwood with a long road trip as well. Speaking of tough opponents, Smithson Valley, that's a school in the San Antonio area. This will be a tough test for the 2-0 troop. First quarter, it's the Eastwood defense making their presence known as Eastwood's Christian Munoz says, thank you, I will take that. Troopers with the INT. Now the troop would then turn it over on down 11 plays later in Rangers territory. And that's when Smithson Valley would then take advantage here, showing off their muscle here. And this is going to be quarterback Derek Mata. But just keep it himself. Rangers going to go up 7-0. Troopers come out on the losing end of this one. It's their first loss of the season, but again, Smithson Valley, very tough opponent. 42-14, the final from Smithson Valley. We've got to mention here, Eastwood quarterback Andrew Martinez won Mr. Texas Football for week 2 of the season. So Troopers do have something to celebrate tonight. This is an award presented by Dave Campbell's Texas Football. In the win against Hanks last week, Martinez threw for 411 yards, 4 touchdowns. Congratulations to Martinez getting this award. And of course, got to give him the trooper clap from one fellow trooper to another.
There you go.
Thunderbirds.
Trooper alumnus in the house, Adrian Ochoa. Yeah. Coronado goes on the road into the caves and knocks off Carlsbad 10-9. Low scoring. It's physical play down there in the we're doing some spelunking up there in the Carlsbad caverns. Thunderbirds get the win there. Meanwhile, back here in the Borderland, we had an afternoon matinee at the SAC, Parkland and Eastlake. Eastlake for the 2nd week in a row. Adrian, I mean, you know from Sunday, Rachel, you know as well.
I complained to Adrian. I said, this has got to be a joke.
No.
They had to win.
No, they were nominated for the Sweet Play of the Week each of the first 2 weeks and lost. Head coach Ruben Rodriguez I don't really know what to tell the guy anymore, except for, look, your voice, your vote. You got to get the people involved. Yeah. Fortunately, he's a good sport, even better dude. Falcons up 21-0. Parkland knocking, but nobody home, except for Alfonso Mancera. Interception in the red zone, and we're out. The shutout stays intact. He's eventually going to get wrapped up by the quarterback, who's the last man to beat. Fumbles out of bounds. That ball stays with the Falcons. Meanwhile, speaking of the Falcon, it's 21-0. He's calling it early, hitting the showers with his handler there.
Yeah.
He's got a busy night.
He doesn't want to be there anymore.
Taking the stairs. You figure he could just fly rather than take the stairs. But special teams back for Parkland. Not very special for them either. That's blocked by Hector Hinojosa. Score that, a safety. Score this one, 23-0. Score this, that's my buddy Rob Godinez, noted local trainer. He's kind of El Paso's Nevin Shapiro in a way. Does great work with the local athletes. He works with the Eastlake kicker, Julian Malucci, who's got an absolute boot. That's 47 yards at the high school game.
Massive.
I see college kickers hook it from 30. Boot City, no doubt about it. That's 26-0. And then run it back here again from 38. That one's good from 50 from Malucci. This guy's going to get some college offers someday, and his family members are fired up about it. They were calling me out there. I was hearing a lot of cupcake chants also, too, from those Eastlake parents. Listen, you got to vote. I don't really know what to tell you.
Eastlake getting the win in that one, 36-10, as you saw the score there.
Now we're going to go back to the SAC. El Dorado taking on Pebble Hills. Both teams in search of their first win of the season. Let's start in the red zone. Gael Ochoa shapes to pass, but ends up going it all on his own. No help needed for the QB keeper there. Pebble Hills leading 21-10 after that one. The Aztecs had their chances, but struggled to really capitalize when it mattered, this time opting for the 3 points. The next time they found themselves in a scoring position, though, they went for it on the 4th down, but couldn't rein it in when it mattered most. Now, I heard a lot of cheers throughout the night, but nothing quite compared to the squeals that occurred because of this guy and all of his friends, but definitely a loud cheer from the Spartans, who took the game and put their first win on the board for the season. The final in that one, El Dorado losing 16 to Pebble Hill Spartans 34.
Some bonus etymology there from Rachel.
Yeah, I mean, I saw it. There was people screaming everywhere. So
There's been a lot of Beatles along. There was a lot in Las Cruces last night at the Centennial game.
At the UTEP game as well, they were falling from the sky and hitting people, freaking people out.
Despite being from Australia, not a big bug person, to say the least. Now we're going to head out to San Elizario. Now the Eagles taking on the Irving Rockets. Both teams coming off a loss last week, looking to turn things around. But as the Rockets with all the answers, excuse the dodgy cam work here, first time shooting football, I promise it gets better. Eagles on their opening drive of the game. Josh Garcia, the QB, gets swarmed by Eagles and fumbles the ball. John Knutson scoops it up and takes it all the way to the house for the score. Eagles not too happy with that one.
Yeah, he's a quarterback as well, too, yeah.
Now, Knutson isn't just good at the safety. Like you said, he goes all right at QB too, a 30-yard pass to Isaac Guerrero, which then sets up the TD pass from Knutson to Jonathan Chalmers. And boom, just like that. Now the Eagles forced to put it all on the line and go for it on the 4th down. Josh Garcia, the QB, gets sacked though, and it's a turnover. The Rockets once again able to capitalize on this next play. And who better than, yep, you guessed it, QB John Knutson, punching it in for the score. The final for that one, Irving Rockets 48-7 over San Elizario in a massive one.
Well, let's go ahead and kick it to the land of enchantment, where it was a big test for Las Cruces in Rio Rancho tonight, taking on the 3-0 Cleveland Storm. Pretty big crowd on hand for this one. Late in the first quarter, Cleveland leading by 7. Evan Woodson flips it off to Josh Perry. The junior bullies his way into the end zone as Cleveland takes a 14-0 lead over the Bulldogs. Storm band absolutely loving it. And the Storm would get the ball back and have great field possession thanks to a hefty punt return. Cleveland makes them pay, too. Perry finds pay dirt. That's 21-0 Cleveland's lead. And Junior's second TD of the first quarter here. Storm didn't let up on the gas in this one. They take down the Dogs tonight by a final score of 42-7.
Evan Weissong from Cleveland. His older brother plays for UNM. He's a wide receiver. He'll be giving problems to the NMSU Aggies tomorrow in the Battle of I-25.
Well, we did have a New Mexico team come to El Paso to play an El Paso team. That would be the Goddard Rockets out of Roswell. Coming up after the break, we'll check in on that game, as well as Bel Air paying a visit to Jefferson High tonight.
Technology is more essential than ever, and we need more workers to manage the high-tech systems we depend on. Western Tech's technology programs provide the training you need to be a part of this important and growing industry. Be the one who designs our data networks, secures the units in hospitals and supermarkets, and creates solutions for our future. For 50 years, Western Tech has been a leader in providing quality training for real-world success. Are you ready? Become an essential worker in the technology field with specialized training from Western Tech. Call or visit westerntech.edu and enroll today.
If you're ready to make some real money, earn your certification as an industrial and commercial pipe welder at Sun City Welding Academy. In as little as 3 months, you'll gain the skills and training to make a potential 6-figure income. Don't delay. This offer won't last long. Call Sun City Welding Academy today to get started.
43-year-old Robert Rocha was shot to death outside Las Cruces in 1994. His family's suspicions about his unsolved murder are the topic of my latest Borderline Crimes podcast. Download it now on KBIA.com or wherever you get your podcasts.
A doctor pulled me to the hallway and put his hand on my shoulder and said, "Your son has cancer."
Dallas Cowboys radio announcer Babe Laufenberg.
It was brutal. The amazing thing was the attitude that he kept throughout.
UTEP has a unique honor for a life cut tragically short.
He loved it here. He loved the guys. He loved the coaching staff.
Watch Nate Ryan's special report, The Laufenberg Legacy, Monday at 10, only on EBC 7.
We watch the hits on the Borderland Blitz.
Get amongst it.
Those are the Anthony cheerleaders showing some love to the Borderland Blitz tonight.
This field is a little uneven over there. They got to keep their wits about them.
Well, we had a Texas versus New Mexico showdown in Central El Paso tonight. The Austin Panthers hosting Goddard. That's a school from Roswell. Both teams into tonight 2-0, and Goddard going to be the first to get on the board here as the handoff to Javin Morales. He'll get the house call. It's 6-0 Goddard. The extra point was no good. Then in the second quarter, Goddard's quarterback, Noah Reese, going to dump it off to Morales. And he's got the lane down the sideline, showing off that speed.
Breaking ankles.
Yeah, after a 2-point conversion, Goddard would take a 14-0 lead in the second quarter. Panthers defense going to finally make a play here as Reese
back to pass.
Overshoots it. But Oscar Azabatia with the interception.
Oscar Azabatia
Panthers.
of the Panthers.
Panthers going to cash in. The toss to another former sweep player, Jaden Wilson, only he's not running. He's going to chuck it to Sebastian Morales. Panthers finally get on the board, down 14-8 after a 2-point conversion. In the end, this game would go to Goddard. Final score, 36-14. Austin suffers its first loss of the season.
Belair taking on Jefferson. Here, this is going to be quarterback for Jefferson, Nathan Alcala, going up to...
That was Dylan Navarro there.
Yeah, Navarro on the reception. Alcala's the quarterback. He threw that. Now he's running it here. Out to the right side. Swing, swing. Lower in the shoulder. I'll tell you, Alcala's really gotten better as his Jefferson career has unfolded. Powering it through, breaking the plane 12-7 in favor of the Silver Foxes. Little showmanship there. Look at this. Julio Cesar Chavez, got to shout him out.
There he is. He's in the mascot uniform. That's right. That's
Love is in the air. Mark Ross, not a Jefferson alum, as JC found out a couple weeks ago. Belair coming back the other way and doing so in a big way. How about the scramble out to create a little space here, and that moves the chains for the time being. And here, we're sending one out in motion now. Belair, Eric Scoggin getting a little tricky with the play calling. Remember, Belair had to replace Adrian Parsons at quarterback this year. They've had a myriad of players take the snaps so far to begin the season. Bit of a rebuilding year for them as well. See, they couldn't punch it in there. Meanwhile, here's Alcala rolling and hitting his receiver in the end zone. That's 6 more for the Silver Foxes. A little hook and ladder there on the celly. And here, Alcala calling his own number yet again. Around the out, no, cutback sauce. Breaking the plane, touchdown. Final score on this one, 33-14.
3-0 are the Silver Foxes.
No way. Wow.
Yeah, and here's some more scores for you. The Horizon Scorpions were in Fort Stockton tonight, taking on the Panthers. The Panthers won that one 40-34. Meantime, in New Mexico, it was Lions versus Panthers. Clint getting up 28 over Gadsden 6.
Mountain View and Chaparral. You like Lobos. You like this game.
It's a battle of the Lobos there.
Yeah, hopefully. What do you call a group of Lobos? Is that a pack?
I would think, yeah. I would
think.
just say you just call
Rachel,
it a pack.
Rachel, you with the beetle etymology.
yeah,
You know anything about your mammals here?
I'm going to go with pack as well. Lock it in.
Let's go with pack there.
Another score to mention here is Cañotillo took down Chapin tonight, 34-13. Cañotillo improves now to 2-1 on the season. Meantime, the Huskies fall to 1-2 on the season. But again, Cañotillo over Chapin, 34-13. For now, we're going to send it over to our social media host here, Brianna Perez.
All right.
How's it going, Brianna?
It's
Brianna,
going. It's going. I learned to white balance. You're welcome, JC.
Yes.
That was for you. Now let's get into some social media. Here we go. I want to remind everybody to follow us on Twitter at Borderland Blitz, of course, where you can see our latest scores. Takes us to our website. Of course, we want to see who has used our Borderland Blitz hashtag. Let's start from the beginning. All right, lots today. Whoa, welcome
that's
to the
us.
Borderland Blitz team. Rachel, passing us how to party.
Oh.
There you go, Rachel.
Hey,
You
shout out
there
to
we go.
Rachel,
Maybe
yeah.
it was a good trade after all.
Yes, it
All
was.
right. We have Viva La Jeff, very active on Twitter today. Final score gives us here Silver Foxes 33, Bel Air 14 with their videos, 23 likes. We have Maribel Guillen. In the fourth quarter, my Rangers 52.
She's the principal from Riverside.
Oh,
That's
okay,
why she's
perfect.
showing off those Rangers.
Oh
3-0
yeah, look
Rangers.
at that, perfect.
Yeah.
And then we also got here another Viva La Jeff, fourth quarter, 4 minutes remaining, Jeff, 33 Bel Air.
Whoever does that camera work over there at Jefferson,
Yeah.
if you
telling you.
need a job, want to make a couple extra bucks, not a lot, but come on over, we'll take you. You don't have anyone else.
Jefferson was on it today.
They really were, like at the end of the half, Silver Foxes 20, Bel Air 7. Again, Viva La Jeff, end of the first. Silver Foxes 12, Bel Air 7, the wave of love, they
That's
say
pretty
here.
cool.
They were waving to the El Paso Children's Hospital.
Yeah.
It was very sweet.
Page
Very
out of
sweet.
the
That's awesome
Iowa
stuff.
Hawkeyes book.
And then, of course, again, Maribel Guillen, and so it begins the battle of the border. Let's go, Rangers. Hashtag Borderland Blitz, and that's all we have for today. I want to remind everybody that you can also, there I am, find
Sort of an Inception type thing.
you can also find the scores here on KVIA.com. Of course, if you want to share your pictures, www.kvia.com/share.
Awesome stuff, Brianna. Thank you very much. Still plenty more to come here on the Borderland Blitz. Nate was out at La Bowie.
You know I want. You send me to Bowie, Adrian. You know who I'm coming back with.
Coming back with the Bear.
That's right.
I knew. They were
footage form.
They were hosting Hanks tonight. Then we'll also make a pit stop over in Anthony as the Wildcats were hosting the other Bears from Hatch Valley.
Bears beats Battlestar Galactica. We'll be right back.
It's TC time at Taco Cabana. Choose select breakfast tacos, 2 for $3, or select lunch or dinner tacos, 2 for $4. Add a 20-ounce drink for just $1. Come enjoy TC time only at Taco Cabana.
Don't wait and get ahead of 2022. Start the career of your dreams today at Southwest University. We accept transfer credits, making it easier for you to start now and finish faster. Follow your passion and become a registered nurse, a medical assistant, a web developer, or a radiology technician. Why wait? Call now at 915-778-4001 and enroll today at Southwest University. Visit us at southwestuniversity.edu for more information. Southwest University makes you happen.
Nitro Circus is back for 2021 with the action-packed You Got This tour coming to El Paso Saturday, October 23rd. Top athletes in FMX, skate, BMX, scooter, and more. Are you ready to get this party started? Throwing down huge world's firsts off the biggest ramps in action sports with more crazy contraptions, more insane stunts, more high adrenaline fun than ever before. El Paso, get ready to put your hands in the air. We're coming to Southwest University Park this October 23rd. Get your tickets now at nitrocircus.com.
It's TC time at Taco Cabana. 2 can dine for only $10.99. Choose from our ground beef taco plate, shredded chicken taco plate, or a 3-pack flauta plate. Add any frozen margarita for $2. Come enjoy TC time only at Taco Cabana.
Regresamos al Borderland Blitz. Rachel, your debut voyage here on the Blitz. Who's your favorite mascot that you've encountered here in the El Paso area in your travels?
Honestly, I haven't encountered many. This is my first 2 Friday night football games, but you do have the Bowie Bears, and you can't go past a bear.
That's right. Adrian, do you have a favorite? Because this is a conversation we often have.
Yeah, I love the Highlander from Bel Air Highlanders. I think he's pretty cool. And of course, I gotta give the shout out to Sarge, the Trooper, my alma mater there, the Trooper mascot. I gotta love Sarge. Gotta give the shout out there.
That's a perfect segue into our next highlight. Someone was gonna get their first win between Hanks and Bowie. And let's take it over to one of my favorite mascots, the Bowie Bear.
There you go.
Always up to some sweet nothings here in the cheerleaders' ears. I wonder what he has to say. Hanks, they have a lot to say here on 1st and 10. This is Luis Garcia, a freshman, 88. Freshman. Do something crazy. Touchdown, 2014 Knights take the lead. But Bowie right back. First play off the kickoff. This is Jose Andujo. Home cooking up top.
Whoa.
Painted grass. And we are square at 20. And the Bowie Bear,
it's too much excitement.
He's going to get himself into some trouble here. That's an Army. Oh, that's a takedown. Just a sneak attack.
They were dancing there for a second, but no.
Future armed forces. That's not a good look. Final score on this one, it was actually the Hanks Knights who prevailed in the end after I left. They scored the go-ahead touchdown, 27-26. The Knight, though, huzzah. Charge.
Good win, though, for Jason Blair and company.
That's right.
There.
He has a Dalmatian, fun fact.
He does. Yeah, he does. Cathedral getting the win tonight over Fabens. Final score, that one was 10-6. We're going to go ahead and kick it now here. We're showing the score. We have some highlights, actually, though. You see, we're giving it away. We're doing it backwards here, Quentin Tarantino style here. 41-6. Anthony gets the win over Hatch Valley. Let's go ahead and show you some of those highlights. Shout out to this this Anthony player. He's also a member of the band. That's pretty cool there. Here come the Wildcats, though. The pass is from Angel Solis to Anthony Camaras. Touchdown, Wildcats. And this will be the only highlight to show of Hatch Valley. The Bears here coming up. It's going to be the handoff. And this young man's just going to take it the distance.
42.
But again, as you saw,
can't wear that number of the MLB.
As you saw, we saw the final score there. Anthony does get the win, 41-6. We saw the only touchdown from Hatch Valley there, so an exclusive there from ABC 7.
Now we're going to take things and have a look at the score of the Santa Teresa game versus Alamogordo in a close one. Santa Teresa getting up 30 over the Tigers, 29. Gotta love the Tigers. And then we're going to take a look at the next score there.
We're actually going to recap the games from last night. I was over at the SAC, a big game between the Burgess Mustangs and the Montwood Rams. Rams were looking for their first win of the season. Let's go ahead and take those highlights here. As you see, I wasn't the only one who missed the Cowboy game last night. That young man missed it as well. But
he didn't miss much.
He had his iPad, though. Oh, he
that was an epic
that is
game.
true.
What are you talking about?
That is true.
It was a good game, but they lost, so, you know.
Tavares Jones, the Missouri commit there. You know, Mr. Jones welcomed in Zone City there. Burgess rolling to begin the game, but finally, Monwood's going to get it going here. The pass to Yamil Oaxaca. Nice grab.
He's one of the best in the city.
Exactly. And then on the next drive right here, you're going to see who else? Kevin Melendez to Oaxaca.
Oh, yeah.
Easy dub there. And Montwood gets their first win of the season as the final score, and that one was 29-13. Nate, you were over at El Paso.
That's right. I was at El Paso High last night. Into your living room come the Tigers, hosting the Socorro Bulldogs, who had not won a game since 2015, headed into last night. Right here out of the gate, this is Jonathan Medrano. The leak out of the tight end spot. Finds the end zone for the touchdown. And right back the other way, though, El Paso High. I was shooting this game, and I missed the tail end of it here because the celebration, I had a host of Tigers that were swarming down the sideline to celebrate with their... Meanwhile, they ran me over. There's a Bedford cheer. Tigers. Come on now. Touchdown. That would tie it up, but Socorro back the other way. You want to talk about into your living room. Swinging around the outside, Humberto Moreno. Moreno, it's a name synonymous with success. Socorro, how about this? Great for the Bulldogs and Anthony Hensley. They get their first win since 2015. 46-23 the final. They did get 2 wins last season, but they were forfeit W's. This is one that's decided on the football field. So the Bulldogs, the drought is over.
Yeah.
Socorro.
56 straight losses snapped.
Just insane. Well, 2 Los Cruces now, Thursday night game at the Field of Dreams. Mayfield taking on Centennial. The Hawks on the move. Handoff to Mario Melendez, and he's off to the races in for the TD. And it's all Centennial in this one. The Hawks win it 56-23 in their 3rd straight win. Here's Centennial head coach Aaron Campo.
Our kids played really hard tonight. I was disappointed how we finished in the half, or in the second half with giving up some points there. But Mayfield's a good team. I think we kind of jumped on them early, and that kind of helped us.
was actually at that game as well, too, last night. It was a beach theme in the student section. Valley Southwest reporter Ashley Pickle of Dave Campbell's Texas High School football was in the house yesterday. A lot of Dave Campbell's Texas High School football team. Matt Stepp, Greg Tepper as well, too. They're covering the game, the El Paso High game against Socorro, taking in the beautiful scenics at R&R Jones Stadium. Here's what Ashley told me about what makes R&R so special.
Man, the whole Dave Campbell's crew came out to see R.R. Jones Stadium, to get a taste of El Paso. We are so pumped to be able to come out here. Shout out Coach Aguilar for scheduling the game, but it has been an unbelievable experience so far. The hospitality out here is just tremendous. I think anyone at Dave Campbell's would say that R.R. Jones is the best stadium in Texas. There's no doubt about it. Between the history, the views, the everything with it, it's got to be up there at #1. It was #1 on our bucket list, and to be able to cross it off was fantastic.
Awesome.
I concur.
Yeah,
it's easy to say that El Paso High definitely is the best.
I've been out there once and I loved it. So,
Barcelona, that's probably tops on my bucket list, but R&R Jones right below it.
But
Texas is a big state.
Coming up after the break, we're going to go ahead and recap the scores from Week 3. Plus, we'll take a look at what's going on with the Miners.
You're a Miners fan, go to bed.
Yeah, you don't want to watch this next bit.
I not want to see this one, but that's coming up. We'll see what's going on over in Boise.
Put your career on the fast track with Western Tech's accelerated programs. Enroll now in auto, diesel, or HVAC, and go from 0 to certified in just 13.5 months. For 50 years, Western Tech has provided quality, hands-on training for real-world success. Now you can get the same quality experience faster, so you can start your career sooner. Deadline to enroll is September 24th, so you gotta act fast. Getting started is easy. Enroll today at westerntech.edu.
Submitting your accident claim online should be fast and easy, unless...
I see you wrecked your car out there.
And you are?
I'm an insurance adjuster. Sign here and we can settle.
Don't sign anything.
Who are you?
I'm Michael Gopin and I'll fight for your rights.
This isn't over yet, Michael Gopin.
What just happened?
Michael Gopin just happened. Call the law offices of Michael Gopin right now. You'll be taken care of.
News doesn't stop on weekends. Big stories break Saturday and Sunday, too. Borderland natives J.C. Navarrete and Kate Beery provide complete coverage of breaking news. ABC 7, the area's only weekend morning newscast at 6 and 8 a.m. Extra resources when events demand it. And an in-depth discussion of a major story every Sunday night at 10:35 on ABC 7 Extra. ABC 7, where news comes first, 7 days a week.
Yeah, as Nate mentioned, if you're a Miner fan, you might want to take a look. This game just went final. UTEP Miners took their undefeated record to the Potato State over in Boise State, a throwback to an old WAC rival in those Broncos. UTEP has never beaten the Broncos. First meeting between the two teams since 2004, and here we are 17 years later in the first quarter. Game tied at 3. Miners punting, and
Sloan punts it away.
The worst thing that could happen on a punt return is what exactly happens. Except not if you're a Boise State fan, you'll be loving this.
There he goes, look out! Stefan Cobbs!
It must be the refs from the Cowboy game. I'm just saying. They just pushed UTEP around on that special teams play. That was Stefan Cobbs taking it to the promised land. Second quarter, Broncos up 10-6. So tack on 6 more. Hand off to George Olani. Boise State up 17-6. UTEP offense just couldn't get anything going. It's Gavin Hardison going to cough it up in front of their own end zone.
And he's sacked. Ball comes out.
Broncos with the recovery, and they're going to waste no time catching in on that turnover. Hand off to Andrew Van Buren. Makes it 24-6 Boise State. Miners, though, the only highlight, only touchdown of this game would come right here. Hardison to Jacob Cowing. Jacob going to take care of the rest.
Cowing's going to make some money in the NFL someday. I mean, he's put himself on the national.
Even though that was the only highlight, it was a good highlight. That was impressive from Cowing.
It was a good play. The thing is, UTEP's going to need more of them moving forward, as the final score in this one just went final. Boise State wins it 54-13, so UTEP did not score at all in the second half. That was their only touchdown, as you just saw right there. But again, final score 54-13.
That was 10-6 after the opening period there. They gave up 24 points in the second quarter. We'll break all that down, obviously, guys, tomorrow.
Let's talk about some cupcakes, though, Nate.
Now you're talking my language, brother man. The sweetest part of the show, the sweet play of the week. Let's recap our sweet play from last week. We already talked about how Eastlake felt as though they got hosed last week. It was Malachi Doe who scored again tonight for Andrus. This was his touchdown run from 85 against Parkland last week. Through the wickets, he looked like he didn't have a seam, and then busted one around the outside. And then I was over at Andrus earlier this week delivering the goods.
They didn't fall this time.
Only one. Yeah,
Only
that's
one.
right.
That's good.
Do you get to eat any, Nate? Or?
No, I gotta watch my figure on TV. Come on now.
That's true.
It's all for the kids. All for the kids. You know. Yeah, we'll see. You'll have some more nominees coming up on Sunday.
Yeah, they were talking a lot of smack about Franklin, and then they went out and unfortunately lost by 20. But yeah, always fun with the Sweet Play of the Week. Remember, get your votes in. Nominees drop Sunday night. You gotta vote. You want to win? You gotta vote. Can't stress that enough.
Feel free to also send us plays if you're out at any of the games. This is exactly what happened in this case. This was a freshman game between Cañotillo and Eastlake. Let's go ahead and show you this highlight. This is Cañotillo's TJ Laughlin. He's in the freshman. He gets his own, strips the ball basically after he hits the quarterback. Take another look at it right here. Check it out, coming right at you. Pops him and then takes scoop and score.
Search and destroy.
In ninth grade.
Laughlin, yeah. We're going to be calling his name once he gets up to that varsity level, but right now he's currently a freshman. But there you go. If you see any plays, you're out at any game, share them with us. We might share it here on the show.
The Electoral College, I'm taking good notes of that one right there, because we'll convene on Sunday afternoon and we'll put together the nominees. I like that.
TJ Laughlin.
Ninth grade.
Ninth graders.
Very impressive.
Algebra 1 these days.
Let's go ahead and recap the scores from Week 3. Our game of the week, you saw it earlier. Riverside getting the dub over Usleta tonight, 52-27. Del Valle 3-0 now. They get the win over Americas, 49-36. Franklin, first win of the season for them, 41-21 over Andrus. Fort Stockton over Horizon, 40-34. Eastwood falls to Smithson Valley, 42-14. And Eastlake, also 3-0, getting the win over Parkland, 36-13. Parkland, unfortunately, 0-3 now.
Elsewhere, Pebble Hills over El Dorado, 34-16. Goddard coming on the road into El Paso, 36-14 over Austin. Big rivalry, Santa Teresa, Alamogordo. Desert Warriors win by 1. Jefferson 3-0, 33-14 over Bel Air. Bowie over Hanks in a classic. Flint 28-6 over Gadsden.
And then you got Cathedral over Fabens, 10-6. Mount View in a massive one, 53, leaving Chaparral nothing. Anthony, 41 over Hatch Valley, 6. Socorro getting up over El Paso, 46-23. Burgess losing out to Montwood, 29-13. And then Centennial in a big win over Mayfield, 56-23.
There's the Cañotillo winners tonight over the Chapin Huskies, 34-13. Irving gets the dub over San Elizario, 48-7. Coronado wins in Carlsbad by 1, 10-9. And Cleveland Storm, they improved to 4-0 on the season, taking down the Las Cruces Bulldogs tonight, 42-7. We got a game tomorrow night over at the Field of Dreams, a 1 p.m. kickoff. That will be Oregon Mountain playing host to Highland.
Rachel, maiden voyage on the Blitz. How are you?
Yeah, I feel okay. I mean, the better question is, how do you guys feel? I feel fine, but
it was awesome. It was awesome having you here.
Thank you for having me. It's fun to be here.
Yeah, well, thanks to Rachel, thanks to Nate, Brianna, everybody working on the crew in the back as well, putting up the scores, putting the scores together. That's gonna do it for Week 3. We're not sure if JC is gonna be back, but we're fine with Rachel. No offense to JC, but Rachel's
Poor
got
JC,
this.
come on now.
Rachel's got this down. She'll be joining us throughout the season as well, because you're also going to be here tomorrow, Rachel, right?
Yes, I am. Good morning, El Paso weekend. Make sure you wake up with us. I'm sure I'll be waking up, so please help me wake up in the morning.
Are you just going to pull the all-nighter, or are you just going to go right into it?
I'll get a couple hours, maybe 4 hours sleep. It'll be good.
Drink coffee by chance?
No, Diet Coke all the way.
Oh, no.
Which sounds rough at like 6 a.m. in the morning, but when you're doing that schedule, it doesn't matter.
Well, thanks again, Rachel. That's going to do it again for Week 3 of the Borderland Blitz. We'll see you in Week 4. Have a good night, everyone.